Hello, and welcome to the Sunday meditation at the Light Institute of Galisteo and the Sanctuary of Light. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, we divide our meditation into 3 parts. The first part is the connection with the higher self. It's your own inner voice. It's the intuitive essence of your soul. So it's wonderful to make that connection. And when you ask your higher self to take form, it could take any form. It could be a being, a rainbow, a star, a tree, an animal, an equation. It doesn't matter what form it takes, because the form will resonate some kind of an energy that will support you. And so whatever form it takes, we will then draw that into our body and sit in meditation with our higher selves for the first part. I'll make a little Om sound so that you can push your button on your apparatus and meditate for as long as you like. In the second part of our meditation, we call the light. Light is the source of all in the manifest world, and it is the energy of communication in the cosmos. So we imagine that we're reaching up into the cosmos and pulling down a beautiful beam of pure white light down through the top of our heads, down into our solar plexus. That is this area right above your belly button. It's the center of our emotional bodies, a very powerful place for healing and energies. And so we'll draw that white light down, and then from there we'll radiate it out across the planet so that we're giving something already to support this place, this beautiful planet in which we live. Across the planet, back up into the sky. And we do that as we breathe in, we draw the white light down. As we exhale, we laser it out across the planet and back into the sky. In that section of the meditation, you just keep doing that breathing. It will take you into a deep, deep meditative state. And then another little Om. In the third part of our meditation, people suggest every week how we could take our energies and offer them to the world. And this week, what we're going to do is we're going to send to all humanity light and energy that will support the going forward, the courage to go forward. And so we will ask them, what color, what frequency of light do you need from me, each of us, in order to find the courage to go forward? And so that's what we'll do. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath into your body. Deep breath into your body. And breathe in through your nose. And exhale very slowly through your mouth. And breathe in through your nose. Hold at the top. And now very slowly exhale so that your brain slows down into a meditative state. Ask your higher self, the intuitive essence of your soul, your own inner voice, to take a form for you. Whatever form comes into your consciousness. Now ask your body where it is holding your divine source energy at this moment. Where is that in your body? Your divine source energy. You might hear the place or see it or feel it. Wherever that is, bring your conscious awareness into that place in your body. And again, just breathe in and out and imagine that you're creating an opening in that place so that your higher self enters there from that point of divine source. And now draw your higher self in through that point where you're holding your divine essence and sit in meditation. Om. Imagine that you could reach up into the cosmos and magnetize down, pull down to you, a beautiful beam of pure white light, and let it come in through the top of your head, come down into your stomach area, your solar plexus. And from there, laser that white light out across the planet and back into the sky, and breathe in. And as you breathe in, draw the light down through you. And as you exhale, laser the white light out across our planet and back into the sky. Just continue to do that. Oh. Imagine that you could bring all of the 8 billion humanity, into your mind's eye as a group, and ask the humanity, what frequency of light, what color they need from you at this moment to find courage, the courage to go forward, no matter what. Because life and evolution is all about that forward motion. And just take the first color that pops into your consciousness. What's the color they need from you to have the courage to go forward? And whatever that color is that comes to you, again, reach up into the cosmos and pull exactly that color down in a beam, down through the top of your head, down into your solar plexus stomach area, and laser that frequency of light out to all humanity. And feel that it will just continue an unending flow from the cosmos through you and out to humanity, awakening in all of humanity that courage, that sense of going forward so that we can support the changes that we have come to help. Oh. Take a deep breath into your body and open your eyes. I hope that you will continue that exercise in consciousness, both of drawing the light through you. It will support your purpose and your sense of self, and also connecting to humanity, because we all need courage to go forward now. There is a second part of our meditation here, and that is called knowings. People from around the world every week send questions that they would like for us to converse about, so that it uplifts us all, everyone who's participating. And Alison will tell us the questions that have come today. Alison?
The first question is from Roadtown on the island of Tortola in the British Virgin Islands. Oh, Chris, my parents have been deceased for many years. Why do I still feel them passing judgment on me?
They're not. Once we leave our bodies, by the way, we enter into higher astral states that give us a holographic recognition of cause and effect, which is called karma, and the purpose of our lives, and all of that uplifts us. And so if you feel that they're still judging you, it's because some part of your emotional body is stuck there with the hurt that they judged you. Now there is a cosmic law and a little giggle here that I would like to extend to you, and that is that spiritually we choose our parents. And they are the soul friends that we travel the most with, because they've been your parents in this lifetime. You may have been their parent in another lifetime. Friends, teachers, enemies, we travel and change roles again and again and again. So the question there is that it may be that on a spiritual level, you really felt that for your evolution, you somehow needed someone to squeeze you down so that you wouldn't use your power, you wouldn't recognize yourself, that would hold you back. And usually that occurs because all of us misuse our power in other lifetimes. It might have been with those parents, or it might have been with someone else, but they are your soul friends because they've come to do that for you. But believe me, through the laws of energy, you called it to you. And so now is time for you to release that. And I would say that the way to do that is to begin to look within yourself instead of waiting for someone else to define who you are, which is what we do as children. We are ingrained with that. We are what our parents or our teachers tell us we are. And begin to build a new sense of self for you. Never mind what they said was not good enough. Contemplate and meditate and ask your higher self, show me the qualities that I've brought into this world that I have. And you'll be amazed in love, intelligence, curiosity, healing, caring, so many qualities that you may never have actually thought are yours. But once you hear that, once you begin to recognize that your deepest inner voice, your higher self, is showing you this is what you brought into the world, you can then begin now to enact them. And every day, instead of focusing, oh, my parents, I'm still unworthy, they're still judging me. No, they're gone. Begin to enact that and become aware of that. Sometimes we don't realize that if we smile at a person, that kindness could change their lives. It's the small things. But once you become aware that you can choose to be creative or to recognize your creativity or your caring for others, then you will begin to build that new sense of self. And the last thing that I would suggest to you is, just as we just did in a meditation, gather your two parents into your mind's eye and ask them what gift they need to give to you now so that you will know that they're no longer judging you. It might be a symbol or an object or a color that you perceive. Receive the gift from them. All you do is ask the question, what color, what gift would you like to give to me so that I will know that you are no longer judging me? They are loving you. And receive that gift, whatever it is, and make sure that you take it into your body and notice, does it come into your heart? Does it come into the back of your throat? Where does it come in your body? Feel that gift coming in from them and allow that to be something that begins to heal that and free you. And free them. That's the most important thing. Because when they're able to give you a gift that says, we're not judging you, then it unlocks that karmic connection between you that's detrimental to you at this time in your life. You're no longer the child that needs to be belittled, even if on a spiritual level you ask for it. We can always say, I'm done with that, and go on. So go on and be the beautiful being that you for sure are. Allison?
The second question is from New Mexico in the U.S.A.
New Mexico.
Thank you for your spiritual guidance, Sky Eagle. I have an important question that concerns my people. What do you consider as the karma created for companies, individuals, that disturb sacred Native American burial grounds for construction?
I love that you call me by my name, because I was given that name by a very wonderful tribal elder, Sky Eagle. And I wish to live that in every way. Yes, karma is simply a cosmic law, cause and effect, action and reaction. It doesn't mean that it's necessarily bad or good. It's simply the law of motion. But when an individual or a company, and so often individual consciousness hides behind the rationale that if they can disturb this site, even if they didn't know it was a site at first and didn't stop, that somehow that's okay because they're going to get gas or they're going to get something from the earth, which in itself is karmic. To suck from the earth is not where we need to go. We have much higher intelligence to create energy or what we need, not by taking it from the earth. And disturbing a burial ground is a disturbing replay of the incapacity to know who you are. And so first of all, I would say to you, never mind their karma. What's important here is that you speak for your people, as you are by speaking to me and all of us right now, and say, we will not allow this. We will educate them. And of course, one of the ways spiritually that they can be educated is that they need to come and say they're sorry and stop what they're doing. So the karma, we don't know what that karma would be because we don't know the history of all their incarnations. For some of them, they might experience very negative reactions that happen to them because of doing this. Especially if somehow, and I know this is true, that all of us have been all races. And so if there is a connection in there, then the karma is really, really doubled. But for some, it might be something terrible. For a company, you may not see it in this lifetime, but I would hope that your voices get strong enough that you can cause a cessation of that disturbing. And the third thing I would say, again, because for me, it's never about what the other guys are doing. It's about how we're living our lives. And so I think it's very important for you and all of your clan to come and be in this place physically. That's one way to stop that. But to connect, because you have the right and you have the capacity, because you have the psychogenetics, you even have the blood of those who have passed, and to come to that place and ask those spirits what frequency of light they need to be released so that you become the caretakers of Earth. Because in their burial place, they are marking a space of energy to protect it, to hold it within the story of their lives. But now it could be your turn and your people's turn to go there and release those spirits that are now disturbed because the earth has been disturbed. And so they need to go on into the light. And what happens when spirits are released, because I've released spirits from around the world, and it's been a great honor to see what happens and why spirits are entrapped. These, your relatives, this is their resting place, their place of peace, their place of connection between earth and sky. And so when that's disturbed, they have psychically, they cannot be there. So what you can do now is to ask them what frequency of light they need to be released, to go home to those that are waiting for them. And in releasing them, what we do at the Light Institute is that we imagine, as we did in our meditation before, drawing a beautiful beam of white light down into the solar plexus. And from the solar plexus, we imagine that we're creating an avenue of white light that's moving. And then we invite them to go onto that avenue of white light and go home to those who love them and their forefathers that are waiting for them in higher octaves. And in that way, you will bring about a rebalancing of that place. And that's really the most important thing. The others, those people, there is cause and effect. What it will be, we don't know. but it will be something. It may be that suddenly they have a consciousness, and you might be able to educate them that they don't want to do this. They don't want to do this because it isn't in balance, and that imbalance eventually will come home to them. I hope that you have heard my heart and that you will come to that place and heal it through your bodies, through your consciousness now, and free your beloved relatives.
The last question, Chris, is from Colón, Panama.
Panama.
Why do people often become more understanding and loving after life-threatening situations?
Well, that's an easy one. And I think that probably almost all of you that are listening to this could find this inside yourselves. First of all, when we are in a life-threatening situation, we see ourselves, we see the purpose of our lives, we see the quality of our living in a completely different way. And so what happens is that we, without even trying, and it's not a good thing, or, I'll be better now and go to heaven or something like that. It's simply that we see life, we experience life, we experience the sacredness of life, and that it isn't all the things that we thought were important before, but that it is, again, as my higher self says, the way you live your life. And so when people come out of a life-threatening, they are usually so grateful to be alive. And they experience themselves, they experience the world in a different way. People use drugs and to kind of see beyond the third dimension and say, oh, it's so beautiful. Well, life-threatening things do kind of that same thing. And that suddenly we pay attention in a different way. We see the value of animals or plants. We see the beauty. Again, our gratefulness to be in body helps us to heal our bodies and helps us to be more compassionate and understanding to others. And I would hope that in the future we don't have to come to a life-threatening situation in order to awaken in these higher octaves. But rather, and I say this in all my books, but rather I feel that in the future we will not die through accidents or disease or age because we don't need those experiences. We need to honor our bodies. We need to be grateful that we have this opportunity to give something, which is the purity of our hearts and the beauty of our souls in this third dimension. And that comes from the cosmos through us. Great love to each and all of you.